All right, Professor Keaton, this is Crystal Contreras's Xth time recording this for the Space Invaders final. As you just witnessed, the intro is our lovely, lovely scene select screen that displayed the point system using the famous factory technique. And this one was a timed character factory. So lovely. Now, for what you've been waiting for, the game. Here we have a grid, and the grid is made up of columns and trees. It's a tree. Forgive me, I'm a little sleep deprived, so I hope this is entertaining for you. Because I'm going to make it entertaining because I'm tired. But we have the composite pattern, and the shields use it, and the grid uses it, and we also have a timer implemented. So that way, when we switch scenes, like wherever we left off on that scene, did you catch that brick? It's gonna be there when we come back. Look, it's there. It's there, just like I promised. Okay, but to talk a little bit about the patterns for the roots. For the walls, I actually gave each wall their own route, because otherwise we would have collided with everything in here, because we would have fallen into that space. And so to prevent that, I created a route for each one, and now we don't have to do a lot of unnecessary collision checks for that. Now we also have a sound manager that manages when the aliens hit the wall. So when the aliens hit the wall, there'll be a sound. And they also go down by one, and then they start walking backwards. The so that we have a sound manager that manages all the sounds for that. Now, as you'll notice, we can also toggle the boxes on and off. There we go. So on, off, on, off. We have collision checks in place. So if we wanted to get rid of a missile, we just shoot at the missile. And if we get hit by a bomb, we will explode, and there will be a little timer that pauses the entire screen. So watch. Well, the aliens paused, and we respawned. I'm not sure. Wish I would have had more time to get everything to pause, i.e. the bombs. It's all right. Oh, we're done again. That explosion. So every time we hit the aliens, they progress just a little bit faster, and it just gets a little bit harder. Not as hard as level 2, as you'll see in a second. So every collisions with aliens have observers, and one of the observers is keep updating the score. And we have 2 scores. We have our high score, and we have our local score. So the high score is going to keep going on even after. But yes, so it updates according to which alien we hit. Let's get them, let them get away! Oh no! I don't know why that last one always goes off the screen, but it does. All right, on to the next level. Are you ready for this? So am I. All right, let's get to it. So we're going to respawn everything for the next level. Here we have our ships and aliens and lives and the local counts updating. So this one's going to be hard to beat. Now I did implement a bomb and missile stress test, which I would love to show off, but every time I do, it freezes. And that's why I've recorded this about 30 times, because it always, freezes. There's a couple of times where it doesn't freeze for a second, and then it does freeze at the very end, and like if I have less, but it only freezes when I'm taking a video. That's what it is, because when I run it without the video, it has no problem. The stress test passes, it's fine. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Well, oh no. Now that there's less aliens, I want to, you know what, I'm not going to run it. I want to run the stress test and the bomb test, but it's not worth it at this point. Just know that it's there, it exists, it works. And I did not have time to implement the UFO. I wish I did. And, yep, there's still a lot of work to be done here, but it was a good effort. Look at us. Ah! Oh no! Almost. So done. I think it's too late. Well, let's try the bomb test now. Oh, don't freeze on me. Don't freeze on me. They got away. But at least the bomb test is working, the bomb missile test, and it's not freezing. Oh my goodness. See? It's when I have a lot less items on the screen, that it'll do it. And notice how the high score went up, and that way it maintains its state. So yeah, we could always respawn again if we would like, or the shields and stuff. But here's a better idea. Let's continue on to the to the patterns. So there we go. So as discussed, we covered a few items such as the timer event manager, which has a timer event. We have a pause event. There's like a global timer for that that we use. And our ship uses a state manager, and so does our scene. We have like different states for the scene depending on where we're at, the select screen, the game over screen, and the playing screen. And we have different commands that help out with that. Like our font manager helps with the text that we print onto the screen. Bombs have, strategies. Unlike state, strategy is more like you have to, once you set something, it's there. Kind of like the bomb's type. So once you set the bomb's type, that's the bomb that it's going to be, whereas with state, we can just swap it around. It's easy to, we don't have to we don't have to leave our class. Whereas here, we would have to assign it a whole different object. And we have our input observers that take care of when we switch scenes and when we switch, so when we switch scenes, when we want to respawn, things like that. And then a little bit more of the font diagram, which points to a sprite font, and the sprite font actually points to and manages the glyphs. All right, I hope you have enjoyed this presentation.